Hello and welcome to Feel Your Body Yoga. My name is Katy, and today I thought that I would throw together a few of my favorite postures, poses, or just little things you can do throughout the day if you are sitting a lot. So this is great for people that work an office job, work at a desk, do a lot of sitting, so you're very sedentary during the day. And I wanted to give you a couple options of movements, little 5-minute breaks, tiny little breaks you can take throughout the day to allow yourself to get up out of that seat and kind of reset your mindset, or potentially just get a little bit of variety in your day-to-day existence. Standing is so important. Getting up and moving your body is incredibly important. I just spent my day sitting. I was studying for my personal trainer certification, and there was a lot of things in there, about a sedentary lifestyle and how modern day humans do so much sitting. And it really does lead to a lot of adverse health outcomes. And so I thought that it would be just a nice little pick-me-up little thing. Just add a few things to your tool belt for your toolkit, just so that if you do find yourself needing a little bit of movement throughout your day, just to have a couple things that you can kind of pull from and use intermittently or as you need to introduce a little bit of movement back into your day. So it looks like Artemis is here with us, but I, felt that I did want to kind of put something together, especially after the sedentary days that I have had recently. So here we go. So first off, a lot of times when we sit, we do end up kind of slouching forward. Our neck will jut out and we get in this really kind of crunched up slouchy posture. So the first thing I like to do is roll my shoulders back, sit up nice and straight, and sit my back away from the back of the chair. This is a great thing you can do just to check throughout your day if you are starting to slouch and slump. Roll your shoulders back. It'll really activate your spinal extensors. That's what holds you up. And a lot of times our abs are overstrong. And they really do start to pull us forward. So when we start sitting up nice and tall, really stretch the crown of your head toward the ceiling. And then the next thing you can do is take your forearms. We call these our traveling yoga blocks. You can catch your forearms in the small of your back. So this is another great way to reintroduce a curve into your lumbar spine. This is our 1,000 times a day postural reset. Constantly, it just feels so good to check and reset your posture, especially if you are sitting at a desk, doing a lot of computer work. It's just so good for you to reintroduce that curve, especially. The next thing I love to do is for my hands. So this can be done literally anywhere. Sitting, standing, at your desk, at home, anywhere you need a little bit of help for your hands. So the first thing we're going to do is just shake our hands out around this axis right here where we get the most range of motion. Give them a little shake. Inhaling, really just focusing on if you had a direct pathway to send the air directly to the body part that you're focusing on, imagine that that's there. Imagine that that exists inside yourself. So right now, you take a nice full inhale, imagining that it's feeding your wrists. But after the shake out, we can take our hands and spread our fingers as far apart. Reach that thumb and pinky away from each other and really spread out the webbing. You can wiggle your fingers a little bit. Really get the blood flowing, the blood moving. Next, something that I like to do is going to be stretching out our wrist extensors. So extend a hand, take the other hand and place your fingers over the fingers of the palm that we are stretching out, the hand that we're stretching out, and pull those fingers toward your waist. Ooh, and then roll your shoulders back, pull your scapula, which are your shoulder blades, toward your pelvis, and really just breathe, inhale. Enjoy the sensations that are happening in your wrist right now. Oh, it's so nice. You maybe even give your head a little tick-tock. I like a tick-tock because you can really tell if your shoulders are rolled back and your shoulder blades are pulled down. Oh, exhale, release, shake it out a little bit. Now let's do the other hand. So we take our hand, palm up, take the fingers of the opposing hand, put them over the fingers of the palm that is facing up, and we extend the arm and pull those fingers towards your waist. Woo, roll the shoulders back, pull the scapula down, and just feel a nice stretch. We really do not have our wrist in this position throughout the day, so this is a really great way to kind of undo all of that crunching and kind of gripping and grasping that we do all day. Now just take a couple breaths. Tick-tock your head again. Oh, and then just release, shake it out. Now we're going to stretch the other side of the wrist. So we're going to make a fist, and with the opposite hand, we are going to completely cover that fist. You want your thumb on the outside. So cover that fist, and then, and kind of in the same way we did for the last stretch, we're going to extend the arm of the clenched fist and bend the elbow of the hand that is grasping the fist. Ooh. And that is going to stretch the opposite extensors, flexors. Flexors, extensors, it's all kind of relative depending on what position you're standing in and what anatomy that you choose to use. Ooh, and really just enjoy that stretch. Enjoy the sensation of having these wrists at all. It's very nice. Roll your shoulders back, pull your shoulder blades toward your pelvis, and just inhale. On your next exhale, go ahead. Ooh, release it, shake it out. Ooh, that's a new hand that I've got. But you've got a new hand as well. Now we're going to set up for the other side. So we're going to make a fist. Thumb is on the outside of the fist. Hold the fist near your chest. And take the hand on the opposite arm. Cover the entire fist. And then straighten the arm of the clenched fist. And pull your knuckles toward your belly button. Check on your shoulders. Make sure they're nice and away from your ears. They love to creep up. This can be very intense, and when we're intense, we like to, squint, Ooh, so let's roll those shoulders back. Give our ears some space, and really just focus on the sensation that is happening in your wrist, in your hand, in your fingers, up your forearm. Just take a couple breaths. Go ahead and release that. Ooh, shake it out. Wow, give yourself some spirit fingers, some sparkle twinkle. Very nice. Notice, what way do you normally roll those fingers? You roll from the pinky to thumb or from the thumb to the pinky? And now, can you do it once in one direction and then in the opposite direction? Very good. So next, we're going to stand up, get out of that sedentary a little bit, and we're gonna do a little, probably can't see my head, but we're gonna do a little sciatic stretch to decompress that sciatic nerve. So I'll come and adjust my camera angle a little bit so you can see me. See my whole head. So I'm gonna stand up nice and tall, feet about shoulder width apart. And we are going to turn our toes in about 45 degrees, so we're pigeon-toed. Roll your shoulders back, shoulder blades, pull them toward your pelvis, and now we're gonna take those forearms and we're gonna catch them behind us in the small of our back. Focus on really, really contracting those spinal extensors so you get a good stretch in your abs. Shift your weight back onto your heels. Just take a few breaths right here. Really noticing the sensations that are going on in your hips, in your legs, in your feet, in your arms. On your next exhale, go ahead and release your arms to your sides. And now I'm gonna tick-tock our upper body, left and right. Ooh, get some movement in your spine. Very nice. This is side flexion. Breathing into your rib cage, full and expansive. Noticing the sensations happening, if you're having them in your hips, in your ankles, in your legs, in your back, everywhere, nowhere, as long as you're looking for them. So, come back to center. Step away from the wall a little bit. We're gonna have our feet shoulder width and give ourselves a little bend in the knee. And now we're going to swing our arms around this horizontal axis. It's like the floppiest your arms have ever been. Totally relaxed. All of the movement coming from the rotation in your spine. Introducing this movement that we don't do when we're sitting down in a chair, at a desk, on our couch. Pulling the shoulder blades toward your pelvis. Just really enjoying this flip-flap, slip-slap. And now we'll come back to center. And what I'd like you to do, we're gonna have our feet about hip width apart. So a little narrower than you would expect. We're gonna keep that little bend in the knees. We're gonna flex forward at the hips and put our hands above our knees, kind of looking like this. And we're gonna extend our arms. Tick-tock the head, left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. And now we are decompressing our spine, fighting for a neutral spine. So that just means we're undoing the slouch that we've created through modern life. Just a few breaths right here. Tick-tock the head. Pull those shoulder blades toward your pelvis. Take a couple breaths. Full and expansive. Shift your weight back onto your heels. And now we're gonna stand up And right here, we're gonna do our little 1,000 times a day postural reset again. So let's roll our shoulders back, pull the shoulder blades toward your pelvis, catch your forearms in the small of your back. If you've got a wall in your office, this is a great time. You can back up to the wall, touch your butt, your shoulders, and your head to the wall. And really stand as tall as you can, enjoying these moments of reprieve. Being so proud of yourself that you're showing up for yourself in the middle of the day like this. It's very hard to take time for yourself. But the more you take time for yourself, the more grateful your body will be for it. Your body, your mind, your thoughts. And now right here, we'll take our forearms out from behind our back, rotate so your palms are facing forward, and you do not have to be by a wall to do this. I'm just continuing to be by a wall, but you can do this out in free space. What we're gonna do is right here, roll the shoulders back, pull your shoulder blades toward your pelvis, and now we're gonna rotate your thumbs and try to touch whatever is behind you. Ooh. Open up your chest, sternum, nice and open. Give your head a couple tick-tocks. Checking to make sure your shoulders are nice and rolled back. Breathe, really feeling what's happening in your arms right now. It's probably a lot of tension, a lot of tightness in there. Can you just exist with that right now and allow yourself to become present to that sensation? And come back to center. Oh, we'll relax. Arms by our side. And that was a few of my favorite moves for resetting posture, getting a little bit of movement in your day. I really hope that a couple of these resonated with you, and whenever you're feeling tight, stressed, compressed, and you're able to grab a couple tools from your toolkit and use those to your advantage to help yourself have the best relationship with your body that you can. And we all start somewhere. And a lot of times we start at not having a relationship with it at all. And waking up to sensation and allowing those sensations to exist without condemning yourself for having a body or experiencing sensations is an incredible step toward allowing yourself to exist as a human. And thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. I really appreciate you showing up for yourself. My name is Katy, and this is Feel Your Body Yoga.